Hey guys, Jill and Chris here from 1941 Adventures, and today we wanted to talk to you about why we decided to make the switch to the Naturnest 270-degree awning and wall kit. We've previously had two different brands of 270-degree awnings and walls, and although we liked both of them for various reasons, there were things that we necessarily didn't care for and we wanted more or different options. So we did some research, we looked at a ton of different brands, and we settled on Naturnest. So we'd like to show you why we settled on Naturnest, talk about the options, the features, how easy it is to set up and close up, and show you the wall kit and how those function as well. So we'll talk about some of our favorite features, and then we'll talk about, price, everybody's favorite topic. So let's show it.
Now we're going to walk you through the ins and outs of the awning. When you get it, it comes packaged nicely in a nice big cardboard box with a lot of insulation stuff around it. It comes with a couple different mounting options depending on your application, whether it's on a trailer like we have it here, on top of the vehicle. It comes with some nice robust brass brackets to put on there to help support that. It's two zippers on it. Usually run one forward, run one backwards. Plenty of room inside the bag to get the awning in there so you're not wrestling with it. I know a couple of other ones we have owned are, it's a pretty tough job to get everything packaged in there without ripping the zipper in half. You have three different straps on the awning. You'll just kind of go through and open those up. Awning will kind of fall out. The tightening straps actually stay on here, which is kind of nice. You're not digging through your vehicle trying to find them. I know a couple other ones we had. You're always looking for the straps, or you get it half open and realize you don't have the straps on it. One section will come back this way as you're kind of opening it. Then there are a couple of rods that go forward. So you just kind of come in with these, pull these guys out. Now with the tensioners on here, you're going to want to try to find a spot that's pretty much straight out when it comes to pulling them tight. Because if they're up or down, they'll kind of pull the awning up or down as you're tightening them. Usually what I'll do is I'll go through and get that one clipped and pull these down, and then you can walk around the back. And cinch tight.
So now that you have your awning deployed, you'll notice it's a freestanding awning. So you don't necessarily have to use the legs unless you need to because of high winds, gusts, things like that. Or if you are going to put the wall kit on, the legs help support the walls and they actually Velcro to them. So there are 6 legs that drop down from the awning and they just Velcro up to the main beams. They are attached at the top permanently, so you don't have to worry about storing them in another spot. And they telescope basically into the height that you need. And then once you have all of your legs down, you can attach your walls if you're using your walls. You can also attach guy ropes to the little loops that are on each of the beam points on the awning if you're having high winds. That way you can stake them down to the ground and nothing's going to damage your awning. This awning is quite durable, and we have used it without the legs fairly often. So there is also lights underneath this awning, which is a huge win. I've never had that before, and for someone who does a lot of cooking when you camp and washing dishes and things like that, it's really nice to have. So they're USB powered. In this case, we have a USB port on our trailer. You can plug them into a power station, such as a Jackery or a Goal Zero or whatever you might have. The lights are on 4 of the beams, and they each have their own button. So when I'm cooking and cleaning, I use this one. And then in the back, if we're hanging out under here, especially under the walls, there are 3 additional lights toward the back. So you can turn on as many or as few as you need. During the daylight like this, they don't look super bright, but I think that's a bonus because in the evening, they are absolutely perfect. They're just enough light to give you all of the light that you need without blinding you, because LED strips can be a little aggressive on the eyes. So we're going to show you what all the legs look like when they're down, and then we're going to show you the wall kit and how those attach and show you the final finished product with all of the walls attached.
Hey, ready to go through and start putting the walls on. They are all numbered. If you look at the Velcro attachment part here, each one has a number on it. It starts with, one's going to be this corner here, and actually there is a panel for every side of the awning. See, there's one that goes here, one that goes there, one that goes there. So depending on your application, you could have this totally enclosed area that goes all the way to the ground. We're really interested to try this winter to keep the cold air from coming underneath the trailer. It should work out beautifully. We're going to start with this one. It's got different numbers on it. Usually the way we'll start, because they do fasten to each pole, if you start the first one on the main pole, just kind of work your way around, everything lines up perfectly. So just kind of go through and grab this guy. And it is Velcro on the top, which I wasn't such a big fan of when we first got it. But the more and more we use it, the more and more I really like it. It holds super, super well. Tear down's a little bit easier. Take these guys, run them around the poles. Like so. Works out pretty awesome. You just kind of work your way around then. Each panel. And the nice thing about the seams, they do have zippers on them to put each panel on, and they do have Velcro. So you don't ever have to worry about water getting in through, because the actual seam is Velcro over by another panel. We'll go through and get the rest of the walls on, then we'll start describing some of the great features like the door and the awesome windows that come with this thing.
Come on in. So there is a real door on this awning wall. None of our previous ones had an actual door, so I absolutely love that feature. As you can see, Chris is walking around and there's really hardly any gap at either end with just these walls. Now, as he mentioned, there is a wall that is, we don't use it in the summer because it's too warm, but there is a wall that goes here all the way to the ground that has a zippered door for the door on the back of our trailer. And then there's also walls that go here to cover all of this all the way to the ground. So if it was cold and windy and we didn't want wind coming underneath the trailer, we can put our propane fire pit in here with those walls up and have a completely sealed room with no wind or rain or snow or anything coming in. So great for cold weather camping. One of my favorite things about this awning wall set is the windows. So the windows aren't the entire wall like we've had with some of our awnings in the past. So they're a nice window portion of the wall, and they have 3 layers. They have a micro screen to keep out gnats and bugs of just about any size. And this one has a clear. So I've never had a brand have actual clear windows. So if you want the light, but you don't want the wind, you can use the clear layer. And then if you don't want any light or it's nighttime and you want the privacy, then you can use the canvas layer. I really enjoy that part of it, and all of the windows are set up just like that. One of the things we didn't mention so far also is that on the arms of the awning, aside from the lights, there is a leg up here that is just, you flip the lever almost, if you would say. Those are to prop up the top of the awning, and that way if it's raining, water won't pool. It does tend to pour off more evenly, and you don't get any sag in your awning. So as you can see, the awning and the walls are quite easy to set up. One person can do it. It is easier with 2. A second pair of hands is always nice. We are going to show you how to take the walls down and how to close up the awning. And again, it's very easy. And we wanted to note that this awning in particular has really good protection from the sun. It blocks out more of the light and the heat than our previous awnings as well. So it keeps the heat in if you have a fire pit going inside, and it keeps the sun from baking you when you have it on to get in the shade to get out of the heat.
We got all the walls off. We had 2 little front runner boxes here. Everything kind of fits in there. We have, I think there's 1 wall at home yet that we can't quite fit in there. I think we're going to upgrade to the OVS 53-liter boxes. That way we'll have plenty of room for all the stakes and strings and hammers and stuff like that. I'm going to walk you through closing this up. First of all, you want to take the feet, flip those down. I think we got most of them. It does not close with them up, obviously. Then we'll go through and loosen one strap. And hook that guy. Like I said before, it's nice that these stay on there. You just clip it right on the thing, snug it up, then you're not looking for them all the time. I'll do the same with the back. Go through and clip it right on the frame on the awning. Snug them up. All right, now here comes a magical trick that closes up these 270s. The first 2 poles you kind of want to put together, and the canvas between them you want to flip over the top. Anybody has an OVS awning or anything similar to this have either seen the YouTube or learned the hard way on how to close these. Otherwise, you'll never get all the material in there. And pull these guys around. The hinge in the back, make sure this is pulled all the way forward. Otherwise, it's not quite going to fit in there. Make sure your straps are up over the top. That way you're not digging for them. And then I'm just going to grab the front section of fabric, pull it up, and roll it up again. Then kind of grab that there. Like I said before, there's plenty of bag for this to fit in, so you don't have to get it super snug. Make sure it is level with the bottom here as you're lifting it up. Trying to strap over top. There's that one. Just kind of grab the ropes here, toss them up inside, kind of pull that back like that. Give her another roll, and pull her nice and tight. And there's a strap there. Snug that guy up, and you got the final one back here. There we go. The cover flops over nice and easy. Zipper. Make sure you're not getting the material, the canvas up in there. There we go. You're ready to hit the road. Yeah, if there's any other questions, leave comments down below. We'll be happy to answer anything you might have. We've got quite a few trips in this thing already. As the weather turns colder, I'm really interested to see how it performs in the cold Wisconsin weather.
So now the awning is all closed up, let's talk about the most important question everybody wants to ask. Price. How much does it cost? This is a lot of canvas, it's a big setup, and they can get very expensive, especially depending on the brand and the variety you're looking at. One of the best things that we found, aside from the quality with Naturnest, is the price. If you're just getting into overlanding and, everything costs money, especially those big items, if you're looking for a trailer or a tent or the setup for your vehicle for sleeping, and an awning is going to be great for shelter, they can get expensive. So this particular awning and the wall kit together right now, today is September 20th, 2024, is on sale. Regular price is $1,340. Sale price is $1,080. And if you use our discount code, which is 1941ADV, and we'll put that down below, you can save an additional $50 and free shipping. So that brings your total to $1,030 for the entire awning and wall kit out the door. And the awning comes for passenger side or driver side, depending on your setup and your needs. They ship out of their warehouse in California, so shipping is pretty fast. I think we got ours in a week, maybe less. And if you have any questions, they have really good customer service. So it's nice to be able to say that about a company. If you have questions, if you need, something, if you had an unfortunate mishap and you need a part, they're really nice to contact and they're really, really helpful. Outside of that, if you have questions, let us know down below. We're happy to help. And hopefully this video was helpful for you if you're considering a Naturnest awning and wall kit. Have a good day. And if you see us out on the trails, say hello.